it looks like you're descending, sir. I need to make sure you are climbing, not descending. Go to climbing.
The air traffic controller on the ground repeatedly warns the pilot he's flying dangerously low, requesting he increase his altitude.
Air 22 Golf, low altitude alert. Climb immediately. Climb the airplane, maintain 5,000. Expedite climb. Climb the airplane, please.
And that aircraft did end up hitting this UPS truck, killing the driver. You can see the homes burning in the background. We'll be going over it on this NTSB final report from Santee, California, October 11th, 2021, about 2 years ago. 2 fatal, 2 serious injuries. And the sole pilot was on a cross-country flight receiving vectors for an instrument approach while in IMC. The approach controller instructed the pilot to descend to 2800 mean sea level until established on the localizer and subsequently cleared the flight for an ILS approach on runway 28R, then circle to land on runway 23. About a minute later, the controller told the pilot that it looked like the aircraft was drifting right, of course, and asked him to correct back on course. The pilot responded, correcting 22G. About 9 seconds later, the pilot transmitted VFR runway 23, to which the controller told the pilot that the airplane was not tracking on the localizer and canceled the approach and instructed the pilot to climb and maintain 3,000. As the pilot acknowledged the altitude assignment, the controller issued a low altitude alert. And that's what we heard in the video, and provided the minimum vectoring altitude in the area. The pilot acknowledged. At the time, it said the ADSB data showed the airplane northwesterly heading at 2400 mean sea level. Over the course of the following 2 minutes, they're basically going back and forth with the tower trying to tell them to climb and the pilot not really responding, only staying between 2500 and 3500 feet. The pilot told them to expedite climb to 5,000, and no further communication was received from the pilot despite multiple attempts from the controller. And basically, the last thing they recorded was 900 feet mean sea level. The airplane remained in a right descending turn and descended into the ground, basically. Very sad. Here's the recorded weather conditions at the pilot's intended destination airport about 21 minutes before the accident. Cloud ceilings were broken at 2,100 feet mean sea level, overcast at 3,227 feet mean sea level. Probable cause on this one was the loss of control due to spatial disorientation. Given the airplane was maneuvering in IMC, it placed the pilot in conditions conducive to development of spatial disorientation. The accident circumstances, including the tightening descending turn, the subsequent high energy impact, are consistent with the known effects of spatial disorientation. Additionally, examination of the airframe and engine revealed no evidence of any pre-existing anomalies. Therefore, it is likely that the pilot was experiencing the effects of spatial disorientation when the accident occurred. So I wanted to go over all of this before we go over actually the firefighters and the breakdown of what happened on scene. So let's go into that right now. A Cessna that went down in Santee, California, killing 2, injuring 2. This is the aircraft. It was a Cessna C340 twin engine. Let's do a firefighter breakdown. So this is what fire came on scene to. A lot of residents, a lot of people around, a lot of chaos. Again, 2 houses on fire. It hit a UPS truck, killed the driver instantly, and then went ahead into the 2 residential homes. So what they want to do when they first get on scene is figure out, was there anybody in those homes? So they're going to look at, okay, here's some witnesses. You have a lady being evacuated out. You're going to want to interview her. Is there anybody else in the house? Is there cars in the driveway? That would kind of tell you that, and where are the people located. So that's one of the huge things. And then as you can see, as fire's on scene, they kind of want to break it down into sections to kind of make it less chaotic. So they'll just say maybe this UPS truck here, this is the Alpha side. Bravo side is here. Charlie side is usually the back of the house. This could be house 1 and house 2. And then the Delta side here. So as a frame of reference for the rest of this presentation, the UPS truck will be Alpha side. So you can see here they have a large line, maybe 4-inch line from a hydrant directly into this kind of master stream. So this man that's manning this turret, he doesn't have to worry about water because he's coming directly from the hydrant, and the truck pump is helping him with that, as you can see here. Meanwhile, they have firefighters coming in from the Charlie side. They're coming from the unburned side, as you can see them entering these windows. So they're coming in with hand lines and going in and making sure that the fire doesn't spread to other areas, and also protecting these exposures so it doesn't get to these houses as well. And then again here you can see the total picture. So you have the Alpha side, you have these guys stretching lines out here. They're coming from this side, making sure the fire is protected on this side. This guy's doing a good job, probably put down the mass amount of fire that you see in the beginning of the film. And then Charlie side here, you can see these guys are doing work basically protecting these homes. You don't want it to get any bigger. And then you have firefighters along here to protect this house as well. So you're basically surrounding this area and working, making sure that everything stays within here. And then you have a commander or incident commander, usually have a white helmet. This is from the Delta side. And he's basically talking on a radio with those other groups of individuals at the different sides. So he'll be Charlie side, house 2, or can you tell me what's happening? So those people are radioing in and giving him a full picture of what's going on around the 360 of this area. And if they say they need more help, so that fire is spreading, then he'll go ahead and call more resources to that area to reinforce it, to help the fire from spreading. And then as the fire goes along, please subscribe if you like this content. They're going into the overhaul stage. So as the fire gets put out, now these guys are really getting inside and start lifting things and making sure the fire is completely out. And this is a lot of hard work. You have to move a lot of heavy objects and really get in there, get into the house, get into these cars, and make sure the scene is fire safe. So this is kind of what the kind of main goal is, or the underlying theme of most fires. You want to make sure you have life safety, so you're protecting the people, making sure everyone's evacuated. You have incident stabilization, so you're gonna calm. You're basically the calm after the storm, so you're gonna make sure that the scene is getting better as it progresses. And you also want to put the fire out, stop spread, and secure the area. Just kind of make sure that everything is getting better and better as time goes on. And then you have property conservation. So you want to protect evidence. Maybe they have photos, or there's things in the house that would mean a lot to those people. So you want to try protect it. So those hand lines that went in from the back of the house, they're not only putting fire out, but they're trying to protect things from burning as well. That may mean a lot to those homeowners. And then scene restoration is the last one. So you want to try move maybe like that UPS truck. You want to get that off the road. You want to start towing cars, opening up the streets, and getting things back to normal. So that's kind of the overall theme of what you want to happen, starting with the most important, which is life safety. Here's the area here, Green Castle. It was close to this Santana High School. And then this was the pilot, Dr. Sugata Das. He was a chief medical officer from Yuma, Arizona, and he was flying to Montgomery Gibb Airport when his plane crashed. Sadly, he's deceased on impact. He hit this UPS truck. The driver, who hasn't been named yet, he also was deceased. And then they went into this brand new house that this married couple, Courtney and Cody, they were newlyweds, and their house was destroyed, sadly, but they weren't home, so that's good.